You can't drive far these days without seeing a BC and Ontario plate around Alberta. They're not just random visitors passing through. They're a reflection of something deeper, the result of government mismanagement and bad policy that has made parts of this country nearly unlivable. I mean, what looks like a small detail on the road is actually a warning sign of a much larger problem. We've allowed our country to become a maze of red tape and political vanity projects. I mean, the rising cost of living, the housing shortage, and ever-increasing tax burden didn't appear out of nowhere. They're a product of years of irrational decisions by bureaucrats and politicians who have, quite honestly, forgotten what their job is: to make life better for the people who put them there. Every new regulation and progressive announcement comes wrapped in good intentions, but the results always seem to be the same: higher costs, less freedom, more frustration. Governments have become addicted to interfering in areas they don't understand. Instead of tackling problems, they create new ones. The more they try to fix the housing crisis, for example, the more unaffordable homes have become. It's almost as if they're running experiments on the public and hoping no one notices the damage. Meanwhile, families are struggling to keep up. Young people have given up on ever owning a home. Seniors are watching their savings erode under the weight of inflation. Small businesses are being squeezed from every direction. And yet, our leaders continue to congratulate themselves for their bold policies and transformative plans that never seem to help the people who actually need it. The real problem isn't just poor leadership, it's public complacency. Too many Canadians have accepted this as the new normal. We complain quietly and we move on, but democracy doesn't survive on autopilot. It requires people who are willing to step up and speak out and demand accountability. And taking back our cities and our control starts with restoring local control. Municipalities should be free to make decisions for their residents without interference from distant bureaucrats who think this one-size-fits-all policies work everywhere. Communities know their own needs far better than anyone sitting in a government office hundreds of kilometers away. But transparency has to come next, because Canadians are tired of decisions being made behind closed doors. If a policy is good for the people, it should be able to withstand public scrutiny. Like, no more hidden taxes, no more consultations that are really just, rubber stamps for predetermined outcomes. That's just frustrating. And above all, we need to remember who works for whom. Politicians and public servants are supposed to serve citizens, not the other way around. Too often it feels like the balance of power is flipped, and we're left asking permission to live normal lives. That has to change. But you know what? Real change won't come from one election or one speech. It comes from citizens deciding they've had enough and they get involved. That means voting yes, but also showing up at town halls, challenging those bad decisions, joining local groups, or even running for office. Sitting on the sidelines only guarantees more of the same. So those BC and Ontario plates we see on our streets should be a wake-up call. They represent people who've had enough of the high costs and government overreach. The question now is whether we'll do something before Alberta and the rest of Canada follow the same path. Because, to be honest, this country belongs to its citizens, not its bureaucrats. It's time to take it back, city by city, province by province, before there's nothing left worth taking back at all.